What's up guys, Venom RB here. So today we are in a place that might look familiar to you, and that's for an exciting reason. So a group of friends and I bought Fontana Dam off of Index. I'm not going to disclose the price, but we bought Fontana Dam. Of course, all the UD assets were removed by Index. He went through the entire both maps and removed everything. So, you know, we're not going to have UD cars or whatever, but we own the Fontana Dam map, both maps actually. There's another version which I will show you shortly, but this is an announcement video regarding that, so let's talk about it. So as I was saying, a group of friends and I bought Fontana Dam outright. These friends being a UD player, some of you might know Tatura, a guy by the name of Mark's Club. Then we have Major Matt 199, who you may be familiar with from some of my live streams, my Discord servers, a guy named MJ, my brother Poison, a fellow YouTuber from Greenville, the Gaming Foxy, and then we also have Atlanta, Georgia in on the project. However, he did not help buy the game, he just develops for it. So those are the groups of people who bought it. Now let me talk about why we bought it. I think most of you will agree that the modern Roblox car scene isn't quite what like it used to be. Now obviously everything looks better through the lenses of nostalgia. However, nowadays everything's company run, such as the original Ultimate Driving being owned by GameFam. You have Driving Empire, which is under Voldex. Nothing really is run by a small developer team or community driven at all. And that is kind of what our goal is with this game, is to not, of course, be the biggest driving game, not be the best driving game, not be have the most cars or anything like that, but just be a fun, enjoyable experience that's run by more so the community. You know, like the community says what kind of vehicles they want, and even try and allow some community members to help by, for example, maybe, you know, you like importing cars and you have a car model that you want to like let us use in the game, something like that, or you make buildings or script systems, whatever. The goal of this game is to be very community driven. So let's talk about that a little more, and then after that I'll go more into detail on goals of the game, and then for just normal players, you know, when it'll be out hopefully, and then also where our Discord server is. So as I was saying, the goal is to have this game be very community driven. Obviously, you know, we're going to try and keep the original map as intact as possible, so we're not going to be like adding a bunch of buildings. We've had some of Atlanta's houses placed in where the old houses were, those being UD assets, and where old buildings were taken out because they belonged to UD, we have replaced them with similar types of buildings, such as, you know, the church was UD asset, so we put in, you guessed it, another church. However, we're trying to stay original, but there's still some room for improvement in the map, so we're looking for, you know, buildings. Maybe you have a few buildings laying around you want to throw at it, you know, we'll take those or whatever. But we just want to have something to where the community can be involved with what we're working on, what we want to add into the game. And then even, like I said, if you have a car model that you want in the game and you want to give it to us and let us add it in, then we'll be happy to add it in if it's, you know, meets certain standards. You know, we'll talk about that more officially later on in DMs or something if you were ever that serious. And then I know I'm going to see people asking like, are you guys trying to hire developers or something? And I'm not too sure about that, quite honestly. Since there's 6 of us who own it, you know, we all have to agree on what we're doing. And so while I don't speak for all of us, I could probably say that we're at least open to any ideas right now, since, you know, we got this game not to make money. That's not any goal of this game, but just for fun. So, you know, we're trying to bring back some of that more classic Roblox driving game experience, you know, smaller, more community driven, that just focuses more on having a good time and, you know, for car people, rather than some stupid game that's all about, you know, gambling and stuff like that, not to point any fingers. So if you're interested in that, if you would like to help with anything, if you want to maybe become a dev, just let us know in the Discord, shoot me a DM, one of the guys a DM, it doesn't really matter, and then we'll all talk about it at some point or another. But that's enough of that. Now let's talk about future goals. Also, the Discord's linked in the description. I should have said that at the start, but if you have any questions or want to contact us or just want to be involved or want to keep tabs on the game, Discord's linked in the description. Anyways, let's talk about future plans of the game now. So, for future plans of the game. Now, as I mentioned earlier, this game is not about making a profit, so naturally, we are going to add all the game passes possible. I'm just kidding, of course. The goal is to have this basically, there's not going to be a bunch of game passes. Maybe there'll be a couple if they ever add some, like, teams or something, and even if we did, those game passes would be super cheap. But most likely, if there are any game passes, they'll be very cheap and there won't be very money at all. So obviously, like I said, monetization, not a big concern. Plans for the game? Fake car models? No, we're going to try and avoid those at all costs. If for some reason we ever had to do fake car models, we'd probably make our own, but I don't ever want to do that. I don't think anybody else wants to do that. So if we ever got to that point, we probably just wouldn't carry on with the game. So, real car models, it's going to be an old styled map, of course. I mean, it's old Ultimate Driving, basically. What else can you say? Obviously, we've added some new spots like this RV park, which will be fun for the RVs we're going to have in-game. And, you know, like an off-road trail and stuff like that. So the goal is to have an older feel with, you know, still good-looking cars. Nice, modern cars. There's an Amira right there. And yeah, that's about really the point of the game, is just something sort of like what the older games were, what older Ultimate Driving was, what older Wayfort was, which was more of like almost a hangout place with some friends, where you could cruise around in some cool cars and stuff like that. And that's pretty much the goal. We're not going to make you spend hours trying to grind for money. We'll probably have it to where, you know, you can't get money for free real quick or anything, but also if you want a Bugatti or whatever, you're not going to have to sacrifice your soul to Satan for it. And that's just truly the goal, is just to make a fun driving game once more that's no longer owned by, or that isn't owned by a company, that isn't all pay to win. Just a nice, fun game. So now let me go show you the maps in studio, and then we'll wrap this up. So obviously I can't show you too much because certain stuff is, you know, planned for certain things, and some things I won't point out. But here is the original Fontana map that, you know, you always had access to being able to play. It's a pretty cool map. And this one, you know, like I said, we don't really plan on touching much. Hopefully we can get this up and out there. I think our goal is to get this out, you know, pretty soon. I can't even give you guys an exact date. It sort of just depends on community and stuff like that, because nowadays, you know, we all have jobs. I have a job. I was just out for 27 days, you know, doing wildland firefighting, so I'm not always around. Several of the guys are in college, and then several of us are still in high school as well. So we're all busy, but this map's pretty much done. Obviously, because, you know, we bought it and it was pretty much done. We've just been filling in some stuff. We got a few more buildings to go, and maybe we'll take some of yours. So once more, join the Discord, send them. But this map, pretty much good to go. However, our other map is a little different. This was supposed to eventually come out, and it's ginormous. It's fall style. This also is Fontana Dam. However, it's just been completely changed. It's, as you can see, a little laggy, so some lag reduction and whatnot would be in order. But this is a much larger project, and one that we would someday really love to have up as a fully playable map. I'm not sure how exactly we'd go about optimization, but we would figure something out. But this is kind of like the long-term goal of, once we have the game sort of up and playable, you know, we'd of course add cars and whatnot, but then in the background, be working on this map to just have a really, really cool driving map that everybody could enjoy. But yeah, that is gonna do it. So, like I said, if you're interested in helping at all with this, or keeping tabs on the game and seeing where this is going, join our Discord server, links in the description. I'll probably have some channels where if you have some stuff you want to send over, later on anyways, then I'll have some channels set up and you can just send it on over there. Or reach out to us if you're interested in being a developer, or you have some stuff you'd like to see in game. Maybe I'll make some plots where people can build buildings that will be put in game eventually. And then when it comes to making this map in the future, well, we're going to need a lot of help with some stuff. So we'll see if we can do some fun stuff. But yeah, once more, hopefully this will be sick. It's just a fun little project for now, and hopefully you guys are interested in it. That being said, thank you all for watching. I will see you all in the next one. Venom out.